Welcome to the Anima fight. He opens up with Lunar Nail, dropping multiple nails over the arena and tethering them together. Any of the nails that form a square will have an AoE inside, so move out of the way accordingly. Mega Graviton is a group-wide AoE, so healers regen and shield. This is also going to summon the Void Orbs on the side of the platform. Anima will be casting Pater Patre. It's a simple line AoE that's more of a distraction for the Void Orbs. At the same time as he's casting this, each player will be tethered to one of the Void Orbs, taking damage over time if you remain too close. You have to move to the opposite side of your Void Orb, and it will be reflected by the arrow, becoming thinner and thinner until it just looks like a little wisp. Shortly after this, all the players will be pulled back towards their Void Orb, and if they're not far enough away from it, they will take damage and gain vulnerability. Boundless Pain. Once it's finished casting, Anima will pull the party into the center of the arena and use a continuous beam, dealing large chunks of damage if you remain in its vicinity. Once you've been pulled in, run to the corners to avoid taking major damage. He'll now cast Imperatum, stunning all players and dragging them down below the ground to face its lower half, starting Phase 2. So in the Phase 2, there's going to be a Chaos gauge that fills up over time. You need to defeat the lower half of Anima before it's full to prevent your group from wiping. With Obliviating Claw, Anima will summon multiple claws along the western edge of the arena, before another set on the eastern edge. Position yourself in between these claws as they will fire off in a line AoE across the arena. With Coffin Scratch, 2 players will be marked with a circular AoE with arrows on it. Once it's finished casting, Anima will summon claws underneath the player that will track their movement. Both players should avoid the rest of the party and avoid crossing paths with each other while keeping on the move. Erupting Pain. All players will receive a circular AoE marker, simply spread out to avoid the damage overlapping. Oblivion. Once you defeat him in his second phase, this is Anima's ultimate attack. Defeat him to trigger the Oblivion, and it will be dealing damage to the entire party based on how full the Chaos gauge is. Be sure to group up, use heals and shields, and defensive cooldowns to limit the damage. If you do not defeat Anima before the Chaos gauge reaches 100, he'll use Oblivion and it will KO the entire party. Following Oblivion, you'll return back to Phase 1, repeating mechanics until Anima is defeated.